So this is another question that you can hopefully expect to see on our test next Thursday. We're talking about a cactus growing. All right. So this table shows the linear relationship of the height in inches. That's my y. What are you doing? Don't throw stuff, please. So the height in inches y of a cactus, X number of weeks after it was planted. So we can see my table here. My weeks are increasing by what each time I go down my table for weeks? I'm increasing by 2. Okay, my weeks are going plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. What's going to come after 6 then, you think?
8.
Not 7. 8. Okay. 6, 8. And then my height, we kind of had a question like this on the worksheet yesterday. I'm losing a lot of information here on my height, but I have 2 boxes right next to each other. How would I get from 8 to 12?
4.
Plus 4. So now I'm just going to follow this pattern down. What's 12 plus 4? 16. And what's 16 plus 4? 20. Now I kind of have to think a little bit when working backwards, right? This top box is going to be a number that when I add 4 to it, I should get 8. What's that number going to be?
4.
4, that's right. Sorry, I appreciate it. You guys are absolutely right. So we can think about if I'm going backwards, right, from 8 this way, instead of doing plus 4, it's like doing minus 4, okay? You got to work the pattern backwards. Work the pattern backwards. Because that very first row on my table of 0 weeks after planting, what's the height of my cactus when I plant it? What number did we just get right next to that 0? 4. Is that my M or is that my B? That's my B. Right? My cactus begins at 4 inches tall. How can I go about finding my slope? I got to set up a fraction, right? What's my fraction going to look like for this slope? It's going to be something over something. How do I know what to put in my fraction? 2 over 4? Really, really close.
4 over 2.
4 over 2. I got to put my y, which is 4, over my x, which is 2. Can I simplify 4 over 2 at all?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. What is 4 over 2?
2.
2. Now, what are my units going to be for this 2? 2 what? What are my units for y? Inches per week. So my cactus is growing at a rate of 2 inches every week. 2 inches every week. It started at 4 inches tall. So let's write our equation. Y is equal to something x plus something. What's going to get smacked in front of that x? 2. My m. Am I going to be adding or subtracting on the end? I'm going to be adding. What am I going to be adding? 4. Y is equal to 2x plus 4. So far, that's exactly what we did yesterday. But like I said, now we're going to take it a step further. And we're going to ask ourselves the question, how tall would the cactus be 12 weeks after it gets planted? 12 weeks after planting. Okay? Hold on. Look at your table real quick. Is weeks represented by the X side of your table or the Y side of your table? Where's my weeks? On the X or the Y?
On the X.
The weeks are my X. So if I want to know how tall the cactus would be after 12 weeks, I'm going to take 12 and plug it in for X. Oh, yeah. Do you have your task? Okay, please don't throw it away. So weeks is my X. So I'm going to plug in 12 for X. And then I'm going to solve for Y, which is my height. It's saying how tall would it be? So my answer should be some number of inches, right? How tall would it be? Well, it's going to be blank inches tall after 12 weeks, all right? So I'm going to drop my equation down here. Y is equal to 2 times X plus 4. And we're going to turn that into Y equals 2 times something plus 4. Right? All I did was rewrite my equation without the letter X. Threw some parentheses in there. You writing this down, Yukon? It's going to be hard with your hand and your binder rings like that. What am I going to put in place of the X? 12. I'm going to plug this height in, I'm going to plug this number of weeks in for X, and now I'm just going to solve this. What do I want to do first? The multiplication here or the addition?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. We always want to follow PEMDAS. I'm going to multiply first. What is 2 times 12? 24. So within those 12 weeks, at a rate of 2 inches every week, 12 times 2 is 24 inches of growth. So is my cactus now 24 inches tall? No. How tall was it when I planted it?
4 inches.
4 inches. So I multiply the 2 times 12, but now I got to add the 4. What's 24 plus 4?
28.
28. And what are my units on that 28? 28 weeks? 28. It's asking how tall would it be? So my answer should be 28 inches. It is. Why? Did we think it wasn't?
No, because you told me I was wrong.
Oh, it's all right.
28, she said.
There's no right or wrong in the notes, right? It's not a test. Okay? 28 inches. Give me a thumbs up if that's making sense how we did that. I know it was kind of a long process, but okay. Good. It's a good start. Like I said, this type of problem will be on the test, okay? It will be on the test. So if you're not taking notes right now, this is not going to be able to help you on the test. I don't know how else to say it. Let's go back to what we know, our bowling alley stuff, because again, this will also be on the test. A bowling alley charges $5 for shoe rentals and $3 per game bowled. Again, my question has 2 numbers. At 99% of the time, my 2 numbers, one's going to be my M, one's going to be my B. Okay? Here's how easy it is to tell which one is which. One of these numbers is something you only have to pay once. Okay? The other number is something you have to pay over and over and over again. So think about this bowling alley that we talked about. Which number do I have to pay only once? The shoe rental or the games bowled?
The shoe rental.
I only pay the games bowled once, and then I pay $5 every time I rent shoes?
No, it's the shoe rental.
That's right. I only rent the shoes one time. So the thing that I only pay once is my $5 for the shoe rentals. Everybody understand what I mean when I say we only pay it once? No, we don't? Yeah, we do?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that we do. So then which number is being paid over and over and over again?
The game.
The $3 per game bowl. And it's really easy to tell once we start looking for this word right here. What does this word say?
Per.
Per. Everybody say per.
Per.
Okay? When I see the word per, that tells me I'm dealing with the slope, my unit rate. $3 per game. Right? If I want to play multiple games, I got to pay that $3 multiple times. But I only need to rent my shoes once. All right? So we don't need to make a table here at all. We could just read this sentence, use what we just talked about to identify which number is M and which number is B, and we could just immediately write our equation without doing any work. If my $3 is my M and $5 is my B, can I get a volunteer to help me write the equation? No table involved, no work, anything. Lola, go for it. Y equals 3 what? Plus 5? Very close. We're missing something on that 3. Johnny, what is it? That's right. And then Lola, you said plus what? Plus? No, you're good. Yeah. Plus 5. That's right. Y is equal to 3x plus 5. So if you look back yesterday with the bowling alley, right? It should be on the previous page. We did a whole table. We did all this, pluses and, arrows and fractions and all that. We don't got to do all that. Okay? If I can just read this and go, oh, $5 for shoe rentals, I pay that once. $3 per game, I pay that over and over. The over and over one's my M. The one-time one's my B. That's it. And it's nice that we can use this easy kind of shortcut method, because now if I'm asked what would be the total cost to bowl 6 games, where am I going to plug that 6 in? Am I going to plug it in for X or for Y? I'm going to plug it in for X. $3 times 6 games. Right? Let's rewrite this. Y is equal to 3 times X plus 5 What am I going to put in place of that letter X here? 6. What is 3 times 6? Hold on, wait, sorry. Everyone see why we plugged the 6 in right there?
Yes.
Okay. What is 3 times 6? 18. So for just the bowling part, it's $18, right? $3 per game times 6 games gives me 18. But I'm not just paying for the bowling, I'm also paying for the shoes. So what is 18 plus 5? 23. Now remember, we need units. 23 what? Dollars. So I could put a dollar sign in front, or I could write dollars on the end. If you ever are confused, right? Maybe you get the right number, you feel really good about that, but you're like, I don't really know what my units are. I don't know if it's games bowled or pins knocked down. I don't know what the 23 represents. Look back at the question. It says, what would be the total cost? Right? What would be the total cost? That's what the question's asking for. So my answer must be in terms of money, if it's asking for the cost. If it's asking how tall, my answer must be in inches. How tall? Inches. What's the cost? It's going to be in dollars, right? So if you ever forget or are kind of confused on what your units need to be, just read the question again. That gives you a lot of information that you can use for that. All right? How are we feeling about this? Okay?
Good.
Yeah? Perfect. We got another 6 questions here. Hopefully it won't be too bad, since now this is our second day of practice with it. So let's go ahead and